Welcome, guys, back to the I Love Wrestling podcast. I'm your host, as always, Justin Woolwine, and today we are doing predictions for this weekend's Saturday night's main event, headlined by Goldberg versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Will this be the last time we see Goldberg in a ring? Will it be the last time we see him in a WWE ring? Could he become World Heavyweight Champion? Also, Seth Rollins versus LA Knight. Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. There's been some other matches teased. SmackDown hasn't happened yet as of recording this video, so who knows if there's any matchups planned. I know also we have Evolution, NXT Great American Bash this weekend, so there's a lot of WWE events. So maybe that's why we only got 3 matches announced so far for this Saturday night's main event show. Also, we got All In this weekend, but we are here to talk about Saturday night's main event. I'm going to start with one that kind of came out of nowhere, Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. Drew has been gone since the Saturday night's main event where he took on Damian Priest inside of a steel cage. Damian Priest did win that matchup after hitting a concerto on to Drew McIntyre walking out of the cage. We haven't seen Drew since. And Randy Orton has, since WrestleMania, he got his victory at WrestleMania defeating Joe Hendry. And then after that, he was defeated by John Cena at Backlash in St. Louis. He went through the King of the Ring and lost to Cody Rhodes. And that's kind of where the focal point of this feud is, There was a moment on SmackDown where Orton, it seemed like, was kind of congratulating Cody on taking advantage of his hurt back. And Drew and him end up having a confrontation which ends with an RKO. Do I see that happening at Saturday night's main event? I really don't know. Part of me really, I think that Orton kind of needs a get back so he can get back up there. If we're, shooting for him to maybe take on Cody or Cena again for that WWE Championship. But if we see John Cena walk out of SummerSlam, the WWE Champion, I think Drew McIntyre needs to win against Randy Orton just so we could get that Drew McIntyre versus John Cena match, which honestly I feel like Drew deserves. And Drew's pointed out it seems like John's been ducking him since Drew kind of came back into the fold of things. So my prediction is Drew McIntyre defeats Randy Orton, although I'd like to see the Viper walk out of this. But Drew has been he's been phenomenal for the last couple of years, so I definitely could see Drew McIntyre walking out of this and maybe headed towards that WWE Undisputed Championship. Up next on the card, we have LA Knight versus Seth Rollins, which kind of spawned out of Money in the Bank. Both men were in Money in the Bank. It looked like LA Knight was geared up and ready to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. He is up at the top. Seth Rollins pulled him down, hits him with the stomp, climbs the ladder, and retrieves the briefcase. And ever since then, Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed have absolutely ran roughshod over, Raw, and then just pretty much the WWE as a whole. So there's been kind of a collective group of individuals to combat those guys, whether it's Penta, whether it's Sami Zayn, whether it's Jey Uso, whether it's LA Knight, CM Punk. All these guys have been trying to chip away at Rollins, Breaker, and Reed. And LA Knight seems like he's been at the forefront of that. Unfortunately, I don't see LA Knight walking out of Saturday night's main event the victor. I think that in order to continue building Seth in this group, they have to win, which sucks for LA Knight because I think LA Knight right now is at a pivotal moment to where if they're going to pull the trigger and make him the megastar that he could be and that he has the full potential to be, they need to pull the trigger soon. But I predict that Seth Rollins walks out of Saturday night's main event And it'll probably be with some shenanigans. We'll probably see some way, shape, or form Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker get involved in the matchup. But Seth Rollins, I see defeating LA Knight. And then last but not least, we have the main event between Gunther and Bill Goldberg. Goldberg hasn't competed in quite some time in WWE. And for a while there, it seemed like he was done. And, Gunther at Bad Blood was really, he ran down Goldberg's family in Atlanta in front of his hometown people, in front of his family, really tore him down. And it seems like the seeds were definitely planted there. Months went on, we didn't see nobody. Gunther, after he wins back the World Heavyweight Championship from Jey Uso, he kind of put it out there like, who's next? And who's next is none other than Goldberg. I think Goldberg came out there and made his statement, though. He wants to take down Gunther. He wants the World Heavyweight Championship, and I think he wants to hang up the boots his way. I think he wants to end things on his note, how he wants to do it. And what better way to do that than in Atlanta, Georgia, and in front of everybody. The thing is I see Goldberg defeating Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship and Seth Rollins cashing in and Seth Rollins defeating Goldberg. So we get that last feel-good moment with Goldberg winning the championship, and then Rollins, as the ultimate heel, will take that away. And I see it coming in the form of, Braun Breaker coming out, hitting that spear. And then Bronson Reed hitting that tsunami. And Seth Rollins just has to pick up the pieces. Whether the cash-in is successful or not, who knows? You have CM Punk in the background. There's rumors Roman Reigns could be making his way back at Saturday's main event. So who knows what the future tells? But looking at it right now, I could honestly see a coming out of Saturday night's main event. Going into SummerSlam, I could see one of the main events for SummerSlam once again being a triple threat between CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. And this time Seth Rollins being that World Heavyweight Champion. And who can take that championship off of him? If anybody, that's the question. But right now, those are my predictions for Saturday night's main event. We have Drew McIntyre defeating Randy Orton, Seth Rollins defeating LA Knight, Goldberg defeating Gunther, and then Seth Rollins cashing in. And I see the return of the OTC. I see the return of our tribal chief, Roman Reigns. And honestly, I think that's about it. I'm excited for this weekend. Stay tuned for the rest of the predictions. And make sure to watch the live stream with Nasty Nate and Pops this Saturday during Saturday night's main event. Thank you guys. I'll see you Monday.
Hey guys, Isaac from ILWPOD. I'm here to go over some matches that I know about from this week's pay-per-view coming up. And first off, we got LA Knight and Seth Rollins. So Seth Rollins stopped LA Knight from winning the Money in the Bank. And LA Knight is not very happy about that. He wanted to be the Money in the Bank winner, and now Seth is taunting around that the briefcase. He could cash that in any time. And I don't think LA Knight has the momentum to take down Seth Rollins right now, especially where Seth has that briefcase. I think he's going to win. He's going to cash in. He's going to win the title. And I'll get over that in my later predictions for the next two matches I have up. But I think Seth Rollins will have this in the bag pretty easy. I really like his style, his swag, and then also in the ring performance, he's been the best for years and years. So my next match is my favorite match, the one I'm very, very excited for, because I'm a huge Goldberg fan. His streak was undeniable. I think he is one of the greatest, even with his limited moveset and limited skill, some would say. He comes in there and he puts BTA every time he's in the ring. Every time he shows up, he's ready to kill, And I don't think Gunther is ready for all this. Like, he called Goldberg out, and I think he went too far mentioning his family, and he took it too far. Like, he's doing this heel stuff really well. But I see a lot of fans not liking Goldberg, and I don't really understand that. Like, he's confident and he's cocky, yeah, but he's going to back it up. He's going to win the title. And then I think Seth Rollins is going to come in, cash in, take it right from him. And it's going to be sad to see Goldberg in his last match lose to Seth Rollins, but it'll be a quick one. It won't really be much he can do in it. You're cashing. And now we got Randy Orton versus Drew Mac. And I think Orton needs the win here. Orton really needs to win. His momentum's been downhill, and Drew McIntyre, he commented on that. You know, he got RKO'd for it. And I don't think Drew McIntyre really needs that win right away. Like, he's been gone for a while since he got beat up by Damian Priest with the concerto. And I really think he might need to build up more before he comes in and takes out Randy Orton. And then what's it looking like for Orton? Orton's getting up there in age, and I think he needs push for maybe a mid-card title, something along those lines. And that's about all I got for you guys today. I appreciate y'all watching my predictions video and checking out my brother's channel. See y'all later.
Hello, ILW fans. This is Nasty Nate from the ILWPOD channel, and today I will be giving you my Saturday night's main event predictions for Saturday night's main event, of course, tomorrow. We will be holding a live stream tomorrow for it. But let's get right into these predictions. Okay, so first, we have LA Knight versus Seth Rollins. My prediction is LA Knight will win. Basically, the backstory is at Money in the Bank, Seth Rollins and his little squad of Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, they all came out and basically cleared everybody, attacked everybody, even LA Knight, and costed LA Knight the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then when there was a fight on an episode of Raw between Gunther, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins, LA Knight came out and attacked Seth Rollins. And then for the past couple of weeks on Raw, he's attacked Seth Rollins more and more and more. There was one moment where he even showed up behind him in the crowd, eating popcorn, hit him with popcorn. They fought through the arena. So my prediction is LA Knight will win that match. I also think that Seth Rollins will show and introduce his newest member of that little squad that he has. There will be 4 of them, and I feel like that will set it up for War Games perfectly. And LA Knight will also probably be in that War Games match. And then next off, we have Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. My prediction is Randy Orton will win. I'm going to be honest. I don't watch SmackDown, so I haven't seen much of how this match came to Saturday night's main event. But just of a standpoint, I think Randy Orton will win, and I think this is where we will get heel Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes will come out and attack him after the match. And I just think that Randy needs this win, especially after he lost at Night of Champions. That was the last time we've seen him. That was the last time I seen him, and I'm pretty sure. And I think that he should have won that match. Randy Orton should have went on to fight Cena at SummerSlam again. But I just think that Drew McIntyre can go on to do something else and shouldn't be involved with that. So Randy Orton should go and win that match. And then lastly, we have Gunther versus Goldberg for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think Goldberg will be the winner of that match. It won't be a long match. Goldberg will probably hit him with a couple spears, a jackhammer. Gunther will probably try to put him to sleep, hit him with a power bomb maybe. And I think that Goldberg will walk out of that match as champion. And I think right after that match, Seth Rollins could come out and cash in. because Gunther will probably still be a little hurt and beat. And then that's where we'll get Seth Rollins with the world title. And the backstory of that is, I guess, on an episode of Raw, Gunther came out and I think hit Goldberg's son. Goldberg just came back recently for Goldberg's last ride, as his shirt always says. And Goldberg will come out and win that match. And he's came out twice. He made a little promo package. He hit Gunther last week on Raw. And I just think that Goldberg has this in the bag. And so that is my Saturday night's main event predictions. I hope to see you guys on the live stream. Peace.
Hello, wrestling fans. Friday morning here, early. I was supposed to do this last night. I fell asleep, didn't get it done. It's Pops here from ILWPOD. We're doing reaction videos for Saturday night's main event, which will be out this Saturday. Me and Nate will be doing a live stream. Justin won't be able to be there with us because he's got a family gathering to go to, a family event, so he won't be able to make it. So it'll just be me and Nasty this Saturday doing Saturday night's main event. We're excited for it. We hope everybody still tunes in and joins us. We got a 3-card match card so far announced. We got Seth Rollins and LA Knight. Yeah. Then we got Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton. And we got Gunther versus Goldberg, which I'm really excited for. It could be Goldberg's last match. We'll get more into that in a second. We also might get a Jimmy Uso versus a Solo Sikoa. Or we could possibly see, after tonight's SmackDown, maybe an Aleister Black and an R-Truth. Aleister Black was interrupted by Truth a couple weeks in a row, gave him the Black Mass kick in Saudi. We could see that. I'm really excited for Saturday night's main event. We'll start off with the Seth Rollins LA Knight. We've seen Seth calls LA Knight the Money in the Bank. And ever since then, they've been battling back and forth. We've had back and forth on SmackDown and Raw. This week on Raw, we've seen Seth Rollins and Penta happening. And out of nowhere comes LA Knight. And LA Knight hits him with the finish and escapes the ring. So I'm excited for this. In my opinion, I think LA Knight has to win this match, though. I think they've went and not give him enough momentum. So I think if he loses the momentum he's on right now, I think he could beat Seth Rollins, and where Seth still has the Money in the Bank, it won't hurt him that bad. So my prediction for that match will be LA Knight. Next, we got the Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre. And this kind of went down like this. You know, Drew's been out of commission since the last Saturday night's main event. He was injured with Damian Priest in the cage, Concerto. We haven't seen him. Since then, Randy Orton has taken on Cena for the title. Lost. He fought Cody. Said that King of the Ring, there's no way he could lose. And then he hesitated on the kick, on the punt. And at that point, Cody finished him off. So we get them out in the ring on SmackDown, Cody with the crown from the King of the Ring, and out comes Orton. And Orton's telling him that he's proud of him because he didn't hesitate. And about that time, you get Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre comes out, starts telling Randy Orton how he's not the Randy Orton of old. He's not a legend killer. He's not the Viper. And then boom, out of nowhere, RKO. Next thing you know, you see Drew wanting this match. This one is a tough one. It's a toss-up. Both guys really need to win. I can see them giving either guy the win. I'm really going to have to go with, in this one, I think Drew McIntyre pulls out the victory. I think they're going to let LA Knight win the first one, give the crowd a up good feeling, or whatever order they may be in. That'll be the feel good match, LA Knight winning. Then I think Drew wins and beats Orton. The last match that we are going to talk about has been in the making for a long time. Goldberg came onto the scene in the 90s, 173-0 record. He had a WWE run that wasn't all that great. Ended up with that match with Brock at Mania. Then he's come back a couple of times since then, and I don't think it has necessarily lived up to the hype. This year we've got a lot of people's last years in the business, you know, AJ Styles, Jeff Jarrett, John Cena, now Goldberg. This all started back at Bad Blood in 2024 when Gunther come out there and kind of belittled Goldberg's family in Atlanta, Georgia. They had like a pull apart, nothing ever really happened. Gunther lost the world title. That was right before the Crown Jewel match with Cody. He ended up losing the world title to Jey Uso. Then we see Gunther win the title back. And there was a bunch of rumors about Goldberg's final match in Atlanta. And the next thing you know, we get Goldberg coming out to challenge Gunther. Then they go back and forth on the mic. 2 weeks, Gunther's out there beating down Goldberg. Then Goldberg comes out and catches him with the punch and the setup for the spear. I'm really excited about this match. Now, my prediction for this match, most people probably say I'm crazy, but if you was going to bet on it, if you was going to my bookie or whatever, one of those, I would go with Goldberg. I think Goldberg's going to win this match. I think he's going to win the world title. And then I can see Seth Rollins cashing in on Goldberg and walking out of Atlanta the new World Heavyweight Champion. Those are my predictions for Saturday night's main event. As always, all praise to God. Thank you for your support. Please continue to tune into the channel. It's growing 20,000 subscribers. We want to thank you. As always, though, all praise to God. We couldn't do this without you. And you have a blessed day.